From the studios of TLC Talk Radio, it's DT on our minds. I'm your girl, Tasha.
And I'm that girl, Dana.
Are you? Because you seemed a little confused and stuttered.
I almost forgot who I was.
I do it all the time. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course, Instagram. And catch us every day on TLCTalkRadio.com, 24/7 edutainment. Hey. It's post-Christmas.
Yes, it is.
Girl, I started taking my stuff down little by little. So in Chicago, it's 8 million degrees. It's not. It's just 60 degrees. But that's 8 million in December numbers.
Yeah.
And I took advantage of that opportunity to take down all of my outdoor decor. And it reminded me that I haven't paid my landscapers. Moving on. I was like, they made my stuff so pretty. Let me give them their money. And I took that down. And Mama bought me a leaf vacuum because I like gadgets. And I was outside with it like, yes. But there were too many leaves, so I went in the house.
Well, you have some trees.
Yeah, I got a lot of trees. Lots of trees. So that was my day. I stayed in the bed this day after Christmas, stayed in the bed, did nothing, got up, put some stuff in the trunk that I need to like take to the cobbler or return or something like that. And then played with my little toys, took my decor down, shower, back in the bed for a nap at 5 p.m. Asking me what time I woke up.
5 minutes before I got here.
That's good. No, I did wake up in the same day. It was 10 p.m.
Oh.
I'd missed a gang of text messages, a gang of emails. I was supposed to have an appointment. My body was like, no, this it.
We done.
Expeditiously done. I was exhausted. So, but it was a struggle to get up again, but I'm going to go back to bed after this taping.
I'm with you on that. Pretty tired.
How was your holiday?
It was interesting. We actually did not get decorations up until Christmas Eve.
So you make your traditions. However you want to do it.
It's not a tradition. That's laziness and.
I mean, but you got them up.
Yes. Well, the tree got up. The 35 Santas stayed in. Yeah, we have 35 Santas.
Why so many?
Well, we started collecting them.
Like, are they outdoor Santas?
No, they're indoor.
How big are these indoor Santas?
I don't know. They're,
okay.
I got like a 2-foot one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cute.
I bought them for my mom because when my dad was alive, not that they were together, he played Santa Claus. And I used to buy him these little Santa Clauses.
Very nice.
And then mom liked some of them. So I was like, okay, I'll just start buying you Santa Clauses. So we ended up at
35, huh?
And they're mixed. There's white Santas.
I was going to ask were they multicultural because now you've got the UN going on.
Right. I do have the UN going on now. Well, I've had it for a while, but it's more UN now.
Right.
And then we also have 3 different angels for the tree.
Aww.
So we have one who looks more kind of Nefera-ish. Like she looks mixed, but she looks she's got like a what are those big
halo?
No. Hats. Kind of. I don't know what they're called.
A hijab? Well, they wouldn't. Okay.
No.
I suck.
But like it's a African. I don't know what they're called.
Forgive my brain. This is not coffee I'm drinking. This is tea, and so I'm not awake.
Yeah, we're not here. But she's got that, and she's got like wavy hair, and she's an African angel, basically.
In an African headdress. Okay.
Yes, whatever they're called. I can't remember. And then we have a blonde one. I don't know why, because none of us are blonde. Mm-hmm. And then we have this kind of foresty looking one, and she's. She has brown hair. So.
I love it.
Yes, we try to be multicultural. We're going to have to try to find someone more, I guess, Mexican looking as well for Eric and the baby.
There's a baby coming. What's her name?
Elizabeth.
Aww.
It's Nefera's middle name.
That's really sweet. Mm-hmm. I'm coming over.
Well, you're going to have to wait until...
I mean, the baby has to come, and then she'll need some time. And I'll wait. Mm-hmm. I'll be around.
Yeah.
My baby cousin is about 4 weeks old. I'm going over there Monday. I've made my appointment. I'm like, he's had a lot of visitors. I want my own personal time, please and thank you.
Right.
So I was like, Monday at noon. They were like, all right. See you then. So that's good. We had so Christmas Eve we spent with Dad's side of the family at Eric and Kyra's, and on Christmas Day we do brunch and breakfast. I don't know. We do breakfast, the morning meal. And what happened was that after my grandparents passed, we went back to the house. We always gathered there for Christmas, and it was just really difficult for my mom and her siblings to come. So it was like 3 cousins and 1 uncle, and it was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. So we decided, okay, let's take it from the house and let's do it at somebody else's house. And I said, now everybody's coupled up and married, and let's do the breakfast so that we can still see each other, and then people can still do whatever running they feel like they need to do. So that's how that started, and it was at my house. And then we moved it to my mother's house, which was a little more central. So that's it. And like I said, I slept the whole 26th away.
Yeah, that was kind of a common thing, even though it was like, 69 degrees out.
Right. 9 million degrees.
And I would like to say that one of the reasons Bala doesn't want to live here is because he doesn't like cold and snow. And I said, well, it's not happening anymore.
Right.
So,
he's
like, yeah, it's warmer there than it is here.
Where does he live?
California.
Yes, my friend. Shout out to Lloyd Austin. Told us on Facebook that Amazon had a delivery mix-up and delivered their weather to us. So God don't need your Amazon to deliver, but somebody said, oh, okay, who keeps saying that there's no global warming? Excuse me.
Right.
Who keeps saying that?
Oh, because it snows somewhere. Yeah, not here, apparently.
It's all messed up.
I'm like, we could have had Christmas picnic.
And if we have been thinking, I have the yard space.
Yeah.
But how would you know to plan that?
Exactly.
And that's okay. And remember, the deer were probably as confused as we were. So they'd have been walking around like, so did you set this table out for us? Or because we want some of that food.
Because my animals aren't used to being out this late in the year because,
December.
And the horses were out. They got to play in the lovely warmness.
Oh,
I had to take their blankets off because they were hot.
Burning up.
I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, I turned my heat down, and if you know me,
yeah, you don't do that.
No.
We turned it off.
No, see.
Well, we have a southern-facing house, so we just opened all the drapes and got the natural heat from the sun. So
that's good.
Yeah, it didn't get any colder in my house turning off the heat.
Nope. I still needed it on. But I'm a weirdo, so my heat is at 78, 79 typically.
Oh.
That's because I'm walking around in a t-shirt.
I can't sleep.
Sorry for the visuals. Because I'm darn near nude, so that's how I kind of float around the house. Now, I took it to 73, which so other people were like, that's what it should have been at, weird lady.
Right.
But I'm like,
we have it like a 71. One day I came home and somebody had turned it up to like 76, and I was like,
did you
where
cuss?
are we? It's not that cold out.
I love it. No,
it was probably an affair because she's not, her body's all whacked out.
She's carrying somebody, so it does that.
She gets all weird.
That's hilarious. So we were talking about how New Year's and Christmas and all of the holidays around this time typically are with your family, and for some people that's great,
right?
Yay. And for other people it's like, oh hell, either
I gotta drink before I go,
right? The family's nuts, or for people who've lost loved ones, then this is not quite the same. And I can't imagine,
Right.
like, you know, we're at that age where parents are getting ill. Like, we've been in and out of the hospital with Pop. Y'all better be recording that doctor's appointment. For the last month or two. So I get it. You know, I don't get it because I've experienced it. That's not what I mean. I don't want to be insensitive, but I know that people are, you know, on edge if their parents have been ill or whatever. But for people who've lost them, then it's a very different game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, very different game. And I can't relate. So.
Well, I never really spent Christmas with my dad so much. That was the holiday I spent with Mom.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because they
Understood.
were divorced and whatever. But yeah, not being able to talk to him on Christmas Day is, you know, it's hard.
Sure.
Because I used to talk to him for like 2-3 hours on Christmas Day.
That's really nice. Yeah, Christmas is my brother's birthday, so he would have been, I'm horrible, 52. Is that right? Yeah, 52. Yep, he would have I carried a one. Borrow here. No, I'm being silly, but yeah, so the day kind of went. I did call his mom because we talk every Christmas anyway. So I called his mom and checked on her, and that was it. Talked to my niece, sent the boys some cash, my great nephews, and then that was it. You know, we just we like to eat as a family on either side. So we're eating and we're talking, and the kids are playing Uno with me. And why are there 7 million ways to play Uno? It's 7 million different rules that people make up.
Shouldn't be.
I know that. I'm clear that it comes with the set of rules.
Right.
But I was like, what? We're doing what now? Now I was still winning. But how does this go? So yeah, I guess the kids showing their creativity.
Yeah, whatever.
I was like, I'm lost.
It's probably because their parents were like, hey, you don't really understand this game, so we're just going to make rules to make you look like you know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing.
Well, they lost repeatedly at their own game. I was like, well, I'm going to go.
And about that,
I'm clearly better at this than you. No, it was fluke, I promise. I'm not a card player.
well, the fair and Eric came over around 1. I was like, I gotta go because we're going to my Uncle John's house, who had just gotten out of the hospital. He's my godfather. And we just want to make sure, you know, he had a good Christmas and he had friends who had come over to his house and decorated and stuff because he'd been in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Oh my, yeah.
Just a little much.
Yeah. No argument here.
Yeah. So he's got an oxygen tank right now, and he's he's doing better because he got home. Yeah. And he feels better at home.
Good.
So yeah, he's like, I'm not a big fan of the hospital.
Neither are we. Dad went in the Saturday before. Now the cousins listening are gonna be like, hey, we ain't know that, but we knew he was gonna come right back, and he was out by that Sunday morning. I was like, okay, let me go get the car.
Yeah.
All right.
Christmas Eve is when my uncle got out.
Okay, so. Good.
Which his sister was like, it was probably the worst idea to try to get him out on Christmas Eve because everybody was going home from the hospital. So getting him signed out and getting all the supplies that they needed for the house and all that.
Bananas.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, we probably should have waited until after Christmas. It would
but he wanted to come home.
Yeah, he wanted to come home. But it would have been like technically easier. Sure. Because people would have not been trying to get out of their job.
People make me sick.
Well, I mean, you know, who wants to be at work on Christmas Eve?
I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, also we know the profession we choose. You know what I mean? Like, I can't complain about screaming kids when I chose to be a teacher.
Right.
They're going to scream. They're kids. I have to know that a little bit. Yeah. They shouldn't throw stuff. No. It's very different.
Yeah.
Screaming, talking loud. Okay. I mean,
they should be curbed, though. They shouldn't.
I agree. There are a whole. Are there rules in my classroom? And I give them time to talk. That's why I'm hard on them, because I give you the outlet. So when I ask you to stop, I need you to stop.
Right. That makes sense.
They'll be all right. Cute little babies. I'm glad he's home. So we were chatting about the downside of the holidays and how it makes people sad, depending on their personal circumstances, their family circumstances. And you were reading a story that hit pretty hard.
Yeah. In Boston on Christmas Day, a woman was with her 2 children, and they were in a parking garage, and she pushed them both off and then jumped off herself.
And so it makes you wonder, like, what kind of despair she was feeling. It's very sad, not just because it was Christmas, but because there was loss of life.
Yes.
Particularly the children. Not that we were okay with her life being lost, but it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
You wonder how one could have helped. Because sometimes you reach out and you try, the people around you, that they are having some struggles. And if you're not equipped, you're trying to figure out, okay, how can I help without being overbearing, I guess,
right.
Without making it worse, without causing them to withdraw. And so I just wonder, I feel so bad for the people who loved her and the kids, because now they're wondering, I'm certain, what could we have done differently?
Well, the father, I guess she had stopped by either to pick them up or, I don't know what the situation was, but he had called like the police stations and said, she's suicidal. Somebody needs to help her, right before they found her. So, yeah, he tried.
He did. And I just, that survivor's guilt is real, and I hope that doesn't plague him.
Yeah.
And then he lost his children.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And they were very young.
4 and 1?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, we've talked about depression in my family, and it runs in my family, and because of that, I talked to Nefera, because she's had her bouts with depression as well, about as soon as she has Elizabeth to see somebody.
Sure.
Because, postpartum depression could possibly hit her like it hit me. And I just want everyone to be safe. And she's like, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I get
You're being
it.
proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, our brain chemistry is kind of, messed up. Yeah. That's why we need help. And to know that you need help and being okay with getting help is amazing.
Yeah.
Because there's people to help you. Sometimes you need to be on medication. It doesn't have to be forever.
Sure.
Mine was like a 2-year situation to figure out my brain chemistry. It really just depends. And if you want to actually get better. Like, I know when my depression's coming on now.
Okay.
And I kind of just work through it. And then when I'm alone or I'm at home, I sleep a lot.
Sure.
And that helps me not do anything stupid.
Understood.
You have to know what your triggers are. You have to know. You have to see it coming. And you have to know when you're in it. Because some people don't know when they're in their depression. They're just, meh.
Yeah.
I'm just not, I'm tired, whatever.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that you work out with your doctor, like recognizing what it looks like. Is that you keeping tabs of how you're feeling and then beginning to isolate patterns?
It kind of just depends on the person and their depression. For me, I just know what it looks like now. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, I want to stay in bed all day.
So because you've been living with it, then you can see, this is typically how I am when this has happened in the past. So you've isolated those patterns. Got it. You can begin to recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to know that that's what you're dealing with. And a lot of people don't know that that's what they're dealing with.
No, they don't know. They and it just never maybe come up. And some people think when they're dealing with something, if they've been raised to feel like I've just got to power through, sometimes they can begin to say, oh, I'm just whining. I'm just in a bad space. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, for 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. you know, and it'll take someone else to point out to them, well, sweetie, no, that's you, you know, that's, you need to do this, or you need
Right.
to talk to someone about, you know, X and Y.
And dealing with how to deal with that voice that goes on inside your head. Now, there's a motivation voice.
Sure.
That's the good one. Your depressive voice is the I'm not good enough, I'm not whatever. That's the one that you need to have a conversation with.
Smack in the mouth.
Yeah. So when I went to therapy, when I decided I didn't feel like being this person anymore, I started writing what was going on in my head.
Okay.
And then visually seeing that was kind of life-changing, because all that stuff was wrong.
Sure.
You know, like, I accomplished a lot.
Right.
I've done a lot of stuff in my life. Do I have millions of dollars? No. But I guess that's not what I needed.
Either. Working
It's
on
coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Yes. I'm ready.
But all the things that I have accomplished outweigh the stupid voice in my head. And the voice used to just be on a loop, telling me you're not good enough, you're not this, you're too fat, you're too whatever. And that is the basis of my depression, is the voice.
Got it.
And I'm not saying I have voices in my head, and I'm schizophrenic.
I would hope that our listeners are intelligent enough, but if you're not,
But you know, if you're depressed, you know that voice, because you have that voice. Everyone who is depressed has that voice, just over and over again telling you negative things about you. And once you get it out of your head and you look at it, it really transforms you.
yeah. Like you said, it's kind of like in my mind, so I guess I went to teacher mode. I'm thinking about correcting a paper. Like, that ain't right. That's stupid. Nope. You know, why'd you write this? You know,
Yeah.
because that's not accurate.
Right.
It's not an accurate representation.
Right. I mean, you know, we're not perfect, but
No.
we're not. We're on this earth for something. And I guess trying to teach people to deal with their crap
Understood.
is one of the things that I am trying to do
Absolutely. Absolutely.
in a positive way.
Yeah. That is understood. That's important. I think about this woman and, you know, how pregnancy changes your hormones already. And so when you're dealing with brain chemistry,
Yeah.
and now it's like, okay, your brain is already, you know, I hear people talk about pregnancy brain, they become forgetful or
Yeah.
whatever the changes in your body look like. If you are already struggling with somebody's chemical imbalance and now you're introducing, you know, a baby. I remember, what is her name? Andrea. I forget the mother's name. Now that we're talking about it, I'll remember when it's irrelevant. But she was the woman who drowned her 6 children. And where was she? Her husband was a minister. She wanted all these children, and she was afraid that they were going to go to hell. So she thought she'd save them by drowning them.
Yeah.
And the doctors had been saying repeatedly, she needn't have any more children.
Yeah.
Because her body can't take it. You know, and I think people look at the physical, oh, women can do anything. Yeah, but her body issue was not whether or not she can be resilient and get back into a bikini. I don't even know that was her style. It was about her brain being able to function with all of these rapid changes. And unfortunately, and I don't remember, because I remember watching the documentary, I'm not sure if they were trying to get pregnant or if she just ended up pregnant again. But the youngest baby wasn't a year.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm just thinking about this woman. She had a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I wonder what kind of changes were going on in her body that she just could no longer handle.
Right.
Yeah, mental health is important as we continue to close up everything. Boo. Yeah. I feel really bad for those who are left behind, to pick up those pieces, because that's not.
Yeah. And it makes, because she did it on Christmas Day, makes Christmas a whole different thing.
It's absolutely, literally life-shattering and life-changing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Yikes. So I hope that, the new year will begin to give some comfort. Hopefully. It's going to be a process, obviously.
Well, I think 2020 should be your mental health year.
Okay. I like it.
That's just my personal opinion.
Elaborate, please.
Work on your mental health and don't worry about everybody else's stuff.
There you go. I love it. It's a gospel song that says, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine.
I think I would like that song.
Would love it. It is great. That old traditional Southern gospel. And that's true, because I think a lot of times people focus on other people's issues to keep them from checking theirs.
Well, it's not only their issues that they focus on. They focus on what they see on social media, because everyone's living their best life on social media, aren't they?
I guess. Sometimes.
I mean, how many times do you put sad stuff on there when, well, I guess you do.
Yeah, some people, and but I understand your point. Your point is, like, you'll look at somebody else's Facebook, Instagram life and look at yours and go, it's the pictures of the husband and the wife doing the vacations and they're doing this, but you don't know he kicking her butt, know, at home, or they're struggling, or they ain't even a vacation house, or, it's like, man, you just never know.
They took out a loan for that vacation. They're going to be paying it for the rest of their life.
36% interest. Like, just something ridiculous.
Yeah. That should be our other goal next year, is debt-free.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's certainly my plan.
I need someone to gift me $34,000 for that to happen.
I mean, I get it. Trust me.
But that would pay off everything. Just everything. And then I could build it back up.
2020,
no, I would not.
Of new income and new personal financial goals.
And I started looking for a job yesterday. I didn't get out of bed, but I did something.
That's the convenience of it now, isn't it? Remember, you used to have to walk around downtown with your resume on the grainy resume paper.
Yeah,
that was $20 a ream.
It was nice and thick and scented. No, I didn't do scented.
Silly. What kinds of jobs were you looking for?
Like secretary, administrative assistant, stuff I used to do.
I was about to crack an ignorant joke.
You.
I think they're looking for somebody. I'm going to just move on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they can't afford me now.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would work out.
Because I won't go for less than...
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm just not.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah. I have too many things to take care of that. Yeah.
And the commute.
Yeah. I'm not interested in that anymore. I really am not focusing on downtown at all. Yeah. Because I don't want to pay to go downtown.
It's a lot.
Too expensive. Like,
you got to start me at 120. Then we'll talk about it.
Right. And you're not going to. So I'm not interested.
That's a boo. Yeah. I get it. I'm working on some things, handling some things, the debt incurred with real estate school and starting the station. I'm like, okay.
And plus I'm going back to school. So I need to have whatever work around
that.
Yeah.
What are your hours going to be like?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Understood.
I'm going in fall.
It sounds like we've got a lot that we are focusing on for 2020. So I think that's a good wrap. That's a good post positive. Yeah. Focusing on our own mental health. Not comparing ourselves to the social media lives of others, because y'all don't know them. And becoming debt free. I love it. Maybe we need to have a financial planner on the show. Work it out. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah. All right. From the studios of TLC Talk Radio, it's DT on Our Minds. I'm your girl, Tasha.
And I'm that fat girl, Dana.
And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And of course, catch us every day, multiple times a day on TLCTalkRadio.com. 24/7 edutainment. We will catch you next week.
Peace.